chat. Tebay services, yeah, so I've not charged and don't need to charge. I've had some nice lunch courtesy of my mum, done a bit of a video in. Tebay services, very, very busy, but I do not need a charge. I'm at 62%, 209 on the gasometer. This thing is awesome, it really is. Days in Abington M74, we've got an hour and 29 minutes to go, 96 miles away, and it's saying I'll arrive with 26% left. This thing is just awesome, so easy to drive, lots of range. So let's get going. And there's nobody's joining at the minute, which is a good thing. No chat. There we go. Right, can you still see if I angle it? Oh, it is that way, isn't it? Do that a bit, you can see the bit more of the dash. Oh, how about that angle? There we go, try that. Right then, let's get going. Again, the car's automatically gone for drive because I was reversed up to a bank, a grassy knoll. I was reversed up to a verge. Yeah, it's really got bigger, this site, because they do nice food. It's a pleasant place to come. A lot of the services could learn a thing or two about Tebay and Westmoreland, I think is the name of the company. Fuel and exit. I say it's busy today. It's a Thursday and it's the middle of, where are we, 3rd of July?
Now stay straight to take the M6 slip road.
Part of the summer, isn't it? Really, height of the summer. Do we need any fuel? No. Right. Let's get going. Hour and a half till I get to Abington. And that's my hotel. Days in for the night. I don't want to drive any further. I've got the same distance to do tomorrow to get up to Scrabster. So for me, I could drive all the way to Scrabster. I don't want to. I don't want to get home absolutely wrecked. And I just want to drive now while I enjoy it. I don't want to drive when I'm tired and I'm not enjoying it. That's a benefit of being retired. Oh, there's some beautiful electric BMWs with a beautiful front. Is that electric? I think so. No, I don't think they are. Anyway, let's go to the proper lane. Put the old adaptive cruise on. Knock the little wheel up to 70. And away we go. Again, I haven't got the auto steer on because it's pants. I should turn it on actually. I'll turn it on tomorrow. I'll have a play with it tomorrow on the way up to Scrabster. I've got a 7 o'clock ferry tomorrow. Gets in at 8:30. It's a Stromness. And then I'm home 15 minutes later. So a good old fair chunk of driving to do tomorrow. We'll be in the Scottish Highlands, laddie. So from this point onwards, after nice spaces, the drive is not so aggressive. Yeah, the worst is now behind me. Or should I say, the worst is behind me, which is England. Yeah, I've said it. Well, it's not yet, because I've got to get to Gretna, haven't we? nice place in the world. Hour and a half. Get there at 2:30. I think I can get into my room from 3 p.m. Chill out, put the kettle on. Might have a bit of an old man nap. Watch a bit of telly. And be on the way. I could start a bit of editing actually if I'm in the mood. Yeah. Where they get snowed in, isn't it? This summit. We used to hear it on the traffic reports on BBC Radio 2, didn't you? The Shap summit. Road's been shut near Shap. I'm saying that in a hurry. I'm going to be grazing on some grapes. Grapes better than sweet, isn't it, really? I'm not going to rot your teeth. Still loving the indicator. I'd say 9 out of 10 times is fine. Or maybe it's just me getting used to it. I mentioned it in the previous streams today. So if you're new to joining this, what do I mean by that? Well, the indicator is now a standard fit on the new Y. On the Highland Model 3, you don't get an indicator stalk, you get buttons on the steering wheel. For left and right, but the new stalk here, you can't flash with it, you can't pull it towards you like flashing the main beam or pushing away from the main beam. That is on the steering wheel, flash, and of course the headlights sort themselves out. But with this new stalk, it doesn't actually move up like a conventional indicator stalk. Let me show you what I mean. So you press it up, it returns. Now if you stay on until the car knows I've moved over the lane, then it cancels itself. You don't see it physically clicking down. It's very, very clever. But it does need lines. So unlike a conventional car, when you turn the steering wheel, basically that sort of clock spring arrangement inside the steering wheel will unclick the clicker, the indicator. So you see what I mean? So I'm just going to go. Now I can stay here, I can just keep flashing until I actually cross the line, then it stops. That's clever. I think that's really smart. It gets a bit confused when I leave an island and exit and there's not much of a bend in the road. It doesn't seem to always cancel. But I'd say 9 out of 10 times it's really nice and easy. And I think there's a difference between pushing it very quickly and letting go, and then pushing and holding and letting go. Yeah. But like that. Adaptive cruise is fine, auto steer is poor. Auto steer compared when used with Autopilot, it seems to be Autopilot well, you've got to pay for the proper full autopilot, where you change lanes by moving the indicator, and it changes lanes when it knows there's a space. You can't have adaptive cruise control with auto steer. There is an auto steer setting, but it says it's in beta mode, so it's in test mode. And what happens is you'll indicate, and straight away the auto steer will kick out, and then it won't re-establish itself unless you reinstate it. So with auto steer, if I was to signal light now with auto steer on, it would cancel everything. The adaptive cruise would be cancelled, and you'd suddenly start braking because of regen braking. So it's the auto steer aspect of autopilot / adaptive cruise control is the problem. See, my Nero drives in a straight line on the motorway with adaptive cruise control on beautifully. It really does just keep making those minor adjustments to keep you in the lane. This does it, but as soon as you go to change lanes with the self-driving, with the what's the word, adaptive cruise control and auto steer, with the auto steer on, it cancels everything out, everything. With the auto steer off, you don't lose the preset maximum speed on your adaptive cruise control. It's a bit, so I've seen other people talk about this, and I'm like, I don't understand what they're on about. It's only when you've driven this for a few hundred miles. I've just turned 1,000 miles, 1,009 miles I've done. Unless you've driven it and experienced it, you don't really appreciate how frustrating it is in the minute. But I'm sure there'll be a software update. So I'm not having to touch the pedals. Got my feet tucked underneath the pedals. It's very comfortable. So all I'm having to do is steer the car. It's a real pain, real first world problem. I'm having to steer and drive the car myself. So the car is maintaining the distance between me and the lorry in front. In 600 yards, the outside lane is blocked. Transit wants to come in. I'm just going to ease off. Are you going in or not, pal? You were signalling. Are you coming in? Yes or no? That'll be a no then. Set the temperature to 19 degrees. See, a lot of people complain the fact that you haven't got any buttons. It's a very clean look. People like a physical button, and I get it, and I've said that myself. But with this button on the steering wheel with the microphone on it, you just tell the car what you want. It's that. It really is that easy. See, I've got. Let me see if I can turn the driver's cooled seat on, which is just. You can see it on the camera. It's just here. Turn on the driver's cooled seats. turn on the cooled seat. No. Maybe you're just going to press this. Cooled seats are really nice. Oh yes, a bit of cooling going on in the bottom area. And of course, when you get a red stripe on the sat nav, shows you slow moving traffic or orangey. If it's red, I think it means it's stationary. It was sort of orangey red. Oh boy. Right, so you can see the orange line is sort of disappearing. It's blue after that. I'm guessing that's where the roadworks end. And it is. So let's whack the adaptive back up to 70. And watch it pick up itself. 47, 48, 49, 50. So it doesn't race up at breakneck speed. Just slowly increases the speed. Which is good for efficiency, I suppose. What have we got on the back of this transporter then? They look like Peugeots from here. Give a quick flash. Petrol. Any EVs on there? Can't see. hot staying down in Leicester. 31, 32 was at one point. It's not funny. One of the nights it was just horrendous to sleep in. Really hot and clammy. Thing is, if you live in a cold bit of the UK, like Orkney, you can get warm, you can just wrap up. But if it's really, really hot and close, even if you totally strip off, you still can't get cool. Other than getting aircon installed in your house, there's not a lot you can do about it. But if it's the other way around, you can just wrap up. Extra layers. Thursday I record the auction from showroom, but obviously I've not done today. So no auction this week, but a short video of me attempting to use the Ken Power Rapids at a Sainsbury's in Foss Park in Leicester. That's tomorrow, and I was joined by another YouTuber, my good friend Andrew Till, Mr. EV. So he drove all the way up from, I think he lives in Essex now, Sussex. Drove up for a chin wag, which is nice. So he shot a video, and now that may be out in the next couple of weeks before he goes away. Where Andrew and me play a rather silly game, which I think should work out really well. I think you'll find it quite entertaining. That was good. I did wonder whether you'd hear me talking to Mrs. P, but obviously the stream stopped and started again. Probably would have got me into trouble, the things I was saying. I've noticed as well, I've got a blind spot detection in the wing mirror over there. It's not actually in the mirror, it's in the almost like the speaker at the side of the mirror. But also on the screen, when you indicate, I'll do it now in front of this lorry, it goes red to show you there's something there. That's quite clever. can't begin to tell you how quiet it is in here. Yes, you've got some road noise, but I can't hear any wind noise. It's quite remarkable. It really does feel a lot more premium than it did before. Yeah. Really pleased with my purchase. Tiredness going to kill, take a break. To Gretna yet? 1 mile. An A74 Welcome Road. Yeah, I think that's Gretna, isn't it? Yeah. Is this Southway? Yeah. Stopped here a few times as well over the years. Southway services. I think I stopped here when it hoofed up with snow in the Nissan Leaf. Decides he wants to overtake, pull in front of me, and then you can pull into the services. Me mind. To go 65 miles. That tells you about my average speed then, doesn't it? Not many EVs today, there, I'll say it again. Mobility scooters Belfast. Quite a long way from home. Wipers. The wipers have been perfectly well behaved. Other than that, just that random sweep just then. Could have been a fly on a sensor. You know, the sensor's on the windscreen. Good old distance.
In 1 mile, keep right to stay on M6, E05 towards Scotland.
I will. More grapes. More grapes, huh? Oh, don't mind if I do.
Now keep right to stay on M6.
There's wipers again. I think it's flies. Nearly 180. That's 280s. 360. So this is a genuine 350 mile range car. That is quite remarkable. I remember getting excited about 24 kilowatt hour Leaf and then the 30. And then the 40 came out. Wow. 140, 150 mile genuine range. That's remarkable. And now I'm like, yeah, 360, yeah, it's alright. Sneaky look at my phone. We've got 13 people watching. Thanks for watching, folks. I don't want to repeat myself from this morning because you might all be watching from this morning, but not many EVs about. Not much to complain about at the minute. No one's being an idiot. Absolutely zero regrets on buying this. I'm surprised about the amount of people that just don't understand PCP. Because when I've PPC, personal contract purchase this, it's a no-brainer. But it's met such a lot of resistance from folk who think it's a bad financial decision. It doesn't bother me, but this mixed up thinking that when it comes to cars you've got to physically own it outright from day one. Well, that's not wise, not good business sense. It makes sense to lease it or PCP, contract purchase, where you have a guaranteed balloon at the end on the value of the car. But it's, yeah, I've had a personal business contract at the time, because of the grant we had from a project I was involved with, that made the E-Nero very cheap. And I'm paying half what I was paying on the Nero. It's just good value. And I'm retired, and I've worked all my life. And I'm not going to be made to feel guilty for spending my own money. I think it gets me when people say you've made a very bad business decision. I've never worked for anybody in my life, apart from a long-term contract with Drive Electric. Always worked for myself. And I think I know what I'm doing when it comes to finances. And this made a lot of sense. Maybe I'll do a video about that, trying to explain it a bit clearer for those that don't get or understand what a lease agreement involves and why it's such good value. Because the car's going to depreciate anyway. I mean, someone was saying, oh, because you've put 9 grand's worth of cash down plus your vehicle, that's £15,000. You've got to split that £15,000 up over 36. And someone said the true figure your monthly cost to run that vehicle is £700 a month, and at the end of it you don't own it. It's just, I think it was it one of the Rothschild? I'll have to look it up. And it basically said his motto for his wealth was, if something appreciates, like bricks and mortar, land, if something goes up in value, buy it. If something appreciates, cars, helicopters, yachts, boats, if something depreciates, then don't buy it, lease it. Let someone else take the risk. Yeah, I actually think that's true, because you'll lose that money anyway. If I'd have bought this cash, just over £50,000, I'd still be costing me that a month, £600-700 in depreciation. But I've got some clarity. I've got something to work towards in 3 years' time of this car's value, predicted value. Well, there's an option to buy it. So say these are worth 30 grand in 3 years, and I've got the option to buy it at 26, then obviously I'm going to buy it. I do think leasing is the way forward. Wait this morning about 4 o'clock. No wonder I'm feeling a bit tired. Might have to start singing in a minute. 51%. I'm going to get there with 29%. It's what's telling me on the screen. Right, 50%. 170 miles on the gom. That's 340, isn't it? 2/17. Yeah, 34. Genuine 340 mile range EV at 18 degrees, doing 70 miles an hour on the motorway. That's impressive. I think the only thing that could possibly get close to it, but it's not in the same class, is a Hyundai, well, any of the Hyundai. What about the Hyundai 6? It's not called the EV6, is it? It's just the 6. That's super efficient with his really fancy aero. Coming up to Gretna. Model X. Don't see them, many of them now. All the S. Of course, they don't make right-hand drive. And the S of the X. I guess it's because the take-up was too low for the UK. Here comes the rain. Right, see how quick these auto wipers do the auto thing. Is it on auto wipers? Give it a quick squirt. No, it's not off. I'm going to put it on auto and see what it does. Got auto and then 4 settings. Ah, nice. Oh, okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with the auto wipers. Welcome to Scotland. Back in the land of the living. We're in. Come on, Mr. Polo. Oh, Mr. Polo. Steady now. Gretna Green services 2/3 of a mile. Do you know Gretna Green was in Northern Ireland, did you? A bit of weather, a bit of peedy weather. the bladder range going? It's going okay. I went again at Tebay, and I nearly bought a coffee, Michael, but I resisted, and I'm just sticking to water. You're all being respectful with each other. 42 miles, 42 minutes, 44 miles. And here comes the rain. Not seen any of this in about 2 weeks. Brisk walk round would do me good. I am struggling, I have to say. Old man struggling. good to be going back home. You see, for me, I've been driving since what? About 8:15 this morning. It's now 2 o'clock. Past 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 6 hours. And I'm really, really struggling. To the point where I need a coffee. I don't know how I used to drive. I did a C0 once. I'm not missing this turning, am I? C0 was from Leicester all the way to Scrabster. It took me 21 hours. Basically left a good day out to get up there. Now, 5, 6 hours, 6 hours is pushing it for me. Which is a bit bad. But it is what it is. Oh, water steer not enabled. I know he's not enabled. Just set the sat nav. Just set the cruise. Is that a McGann in front? I believe it could be. Come on, Porterfield. Sort it out. Why have you not gone electric, Mr. Chubb? Crossing the Ethel Fire. Granny Green, I'm stopping for a nice strong coffee. I've only got 33 miles to go. It's only half an hour away, but I'm struggling. See the signs if you're struggling, and stop. Lockerbie. What do you think of when you hear the word Lockerbie? You only think of one thing, don't you? Which is really sad, really. That little town should be known for something that was catastrophic to its population. It shouldn't be defined by tragedies, atrocities like that, should it? It's all wrong, I tell you. Throw the dog. We've gone past Gretna already. I missed it. Because I think this is it Killing Lake? Oh no, Johnston Bridge. I think this is Johnston Bridge. It's a place with the big geese and the swans. Tiredness can kill. Take a break. Service is 2 miles. Got 27 to do. I'm going to take a break as I am tired. Tired. Here we go. Oh yeah, Annandale Water. See, I call it Johnston Bridge, and they call it Annandale Water. Abington 27, Johnston Bridge, you see. I think that must be the town. Now I know it's only 27 miles, but I'm telling you, I need a coffee. Pathetic, I know, but I need a coffee and something to perk me up. Feeling when you feel it coming over you. I can feel it coming over you. Johnston Bridge. This is the place with the ducks or the geese. Are they ducks or geese or swans? I think they're geese.
In 500 feet, enter the roundabout and take the second exit.
They seem to wander around the car park, randomly terrorising small children.
Now enter the roundabout and take the second exit.
You see, I've said that now, we won't see any today.
Now enter the roundabout and take the third exit.
Does she sound slightly American to you? She does to me. Here's the ducks.
In 500 feet, enter the roundabout and
I told
take
you
the
about the
second
ducks.
exit.
Oh, they're always here, which I quite like. Are they ducks or geese? I think they're ducks.
Now enter the roundabout
Geese.
and take the first exit.
It's really nice that wildlife just make this their home, a place where man is. But yeah, don't see them at any other services other than here. Oh, look at them. Why did the duck cross the road? Look, just... Excellent. Uh-oh, EV6 being towed on a trailer from a charger. So I shouldn't laugh. It must be very frustrating. Which way are you going? You go that way then. Go on and log off. Go on. Go on. Go away. Go away, go away, go away. Oh. Let's go in here. Right. I'm on. Right. Here we go. Best decision. Oh, RWB here. Hello. Let me go back to the beginning. See what I missed. I'll just go and get a coffee. God, you've all been chattering again. This is really nice. Drip, drip, drip. Right, here we go. Do you have any fast chargers on Orkney? Of course we do. We've got loads, and they're called Rapids. Hang on a minute. Bear with. There we go. Yeah, it's a little bugbear of mine. So fast are the 7 or 22 kilowatt AC, and Rapids are the DC ones, the big ones. A lot of people get fast. They're called Rapids fast, and then they are fast, but they're more rapid than fast. Anyway, safe travels. Thank you, Doug. Abby Tech, I rarely ever need to touch the climate controls on our car, set the temperature to 20 and the car's left sorted out yet. Mike G, hello. No one heard your call with Mrs. P as the stream was cut. That's a good job. Hi JP, bought exactly the same car as the week before you picked yours up. Also had an itch, had to scratch. It's great scratching an itch, isn't it? It's the best itch I've ever scratched. I'm getting that way. Still pretending to be in working mode. I'm lucky it's done through salary sacrifice. Nice. In my opinion, PCPs are only a waste of money if you end up paying thousands in extra mileage and damage charges. Otherwise, you can get a good deal, look after the car. They're not bad at all. Thank you. Greetings from Lincolnshire. It's Rob, I think, isn't it? Hardly anyone buys cash anymore. It's true. I'm going to do a video and find the exact quote from, it's either Rothschild, one of the families of bankers from a couple of decades ago, actually said if it depreciates anything, helicopters, cars, whatever, anything, if it depreciates, lease it. If it appreciates, buy it. And of course he buys property, he bought property. So yeah, buy an appreciating thing, but lease a depreciating thing. And that's from a banker. So, you know, they ought to know, hadn't they? Hang on. Always have done. Right, I'm getting there. How's the bladder range? It's going okay, thank you, Michael. Yeah, negotiated about 30% discount on the latest car, paying cash. Yeah, it's great, but with Tesla, they don't do negotiating. There is no haggle room on a new vehicle, or even their own stock used. It's the price is what you pay, and I like that. Everyone's situation different. Yeah, salary sacrifice. Yeah, true. About the one big incentive for the dealer, no need to pay the finance company's cut. Yeah, true. Nice. Ray must be back in Scotland. I find I can drink Red Bush without affecting my bladder range. Okay, just nice to have a hot drink instead of a hot water coat. Yeah, true. And the Merc CLA EV, another Polestar 2. Michael, I bought our RD3 at 27 months old, used Google Pay, it's now 54 months old, look prices suffer keyboards for years. Yeah, it's the best thing to do. You were yawning 10 minutes ago, definitely time for a break. Us old wrinklies need to stick together. Thank you, Rob. Wrinklies, yeah, thank you, Rob. Yeah, don't worry about depreciation. You know, at the end of the day, it's a car. The things you just hear, you're only here once, and I can afford it, and I want to treat myself. Yeah, Abbey Tech, it's true. Motorways in the north are much less stressful than the south. M25 is full of lunatics. Oh, I don't know how you do it if you live there. Yeah, to buy a car after being car free. Oh, okay. Oh, it's Michael. Yeah, Michael. Yeah, I agree. Charge at home 8.5p per kilowatt hour plus 5 miles per kilowatt hour. Massive saving compared. Yeah, excellent. Ducks at Grid Services. Yes. Yeah, I agree, Abitek. I wish more people would be less embarrassed about taking breaks on long journeys. I've known people who think it's such a noble thing to be able to do 6 hours in one go. It's not. I agree. That's very true. And I think it's a bloke thing. You've got to keep going. No, if you're feeling tired, stop. Not just for your own sake, but for those people you might crash into and kill. So, you know, Precisely, our council fell for that when buying fast chargers, thinking they were the fastest at the time. Oh no! Car prices rose after we purchased, so cash was the only way to go. Was the way to go? Yeah. Okay, nice to see some high quality driving standards in action, lane discipline, etc. I hope you're enjoying your Y. I drive a Model Y Performance myself. Thank you, Jim Gasol. Right, I'm going for hang on. I'm going for a coffee, so I'm going to end this stream because I need to set the phone with me to lock the car. So, I'll see you later.